Talk to us about this exciting race and what you're trying to achieve as you get going and really just moving across the countries.
So, I mean, it's really not a race. It's more of, for us, a day by day, hour by hour, crank by crank, epic event to educate people along the way about hand cycling and the benefits of play and activity and how that, creates imagination. Wheelchair users often forget that there's sports out there, so getting people involved in those sports and, thinking, oh, wow, I can do this. That's part of it, because most people said, you can't ride across Africa.
Yeah. Let me go back to Olaf just to get his reaction. You were trying to explain to us, the whole idea of the event and what it means to you.
Yes, I think we began this as an event where we thought we would increase awareness about disabilities, and I think our awareness of what it's like to live with disabilities in Africa has just greatly exceeded anything that we could have predicted. And the people that we've touched and the people who have touched us has just been incredible. It's been overwhelming. From Namibia, Botswana, now here in South Africa, we've come to realize that we've probably more people have touched us than we've been able to touch. We've also been told by so many people that we've touched them. Yeah. Bidii Yetu, I think, no longer is an idea that belongs to us, but belongs to people throughout SADC who we've been able to meet, ride with, talk to, and who have shared their lives and what they have with us.
Jatáya, you talk about changing perceptions and also just educating people along the way. Talk to us about what you've encountered as you go across the countries and visits along the route.
I mean, it's been people running along us and waving and whistling, and we also have just people saying, I've never seen a bike like that. And then they never thought, that individuals with disabilities could do things like we're doing. And the other side of it is individuals with disabilities are, getting out there, being seen, and things don't change unless we're seen, or else everyone thinks everything's okay. So like accessibility, if people don't see that we have an issue, things don't change. So part of this is creating visibility.
Very important point that you raised there, Olaf. Perhaps coming to you, the importance of being seen and ensuring that that society also gets to understand and not perhaps isolate individuals with disabilities. How much are you hoping to raise, and how much will that go towards your cause?
We have set a goal that's equivalent to $75,000 US. We're a long ways away from that. We will also be setting up a crowdfunding page here in South Africa so that donations can be made in local currency. But I think the biggest impact we are going to have is in motivating people that we've encountered on the route to make change happen. When you think about it, if you just think about what a staircase is. A staircase is an adaptive device for people with legs to be able to climb up a hill without falling down. Just like that, a ramp is an adaptive device for people in wheelchairs to be able to get up that same hill. Yeah. So I think it is my expectation and hope and the promise that's been made to us by so many people we've encountered along the way that they will use this opportunity, this awareness, to be able to reach out to advocate for the kinds of changes that need to happen.
Yeah.
We've also Jay has donated fencing equipment in Namibia to a Wheelchairs Users Association. We've donated a bicycle to Vusi Maraneni, a South African from Western Cape, who's joined us now for the last couple of days. And I think while we hope to meet our financial targets, I think the biggest impact that we're going to have is the impact we're already having with the people that we're encountering on the way.
Yeah. Jatáya, perhaps in efforts to make change happen, talk to us about your destination, where you are so far and where you're heading next.
So like it's been said, we've been through Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. And once we leave South Africa, we'll be going through Eswatini and then to Mozambique. And so we are way farther into the journey than a lot of us even expected. And it has been a lot more amazing than we could ever thought. And so it's kind of sad that we're so close to being finished, but it's also exciting.
And very quickly, Olaf, before we let you both go, when it comes to individuals with disabilities, along your journey, as you speak about, your efforts to ensure change and changing some of those perceptions, what myths do you think this event will demystify once you're done when it comes with individuals with disabilities?
Your voice, the audio broke up just for a second.
Yeah, I was just talking about some of the myths that you're hoping to demystify with this event.
Thank you. Well, I think the first myth is that people with disabilities are disabled or unable. And I think the biggest thing that broke that myth even for us, but for those who are following us on our social media, Instagram, is when we rode through Botswana and, had team members missing limbs, missing legs, with pretty significant physical disabilities. And yet they were bicycling by hand across the whole country of Botswana, setting up their own camp, etc. So I think the first myth is that disability means inability. And that's, I hope we're shattering that one. Certainly the people we've encountered and people with disabilities we've ridden with have certainly helped shatter that one. I think the other myth that's pretty important to break is that we are different or alone or need to be alone. And the fact is that we're not going to build an inclusive world until we include people with disabilities in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, and all the best to you both. Olaf, Kula and Jatáya Taylor, wheelchair cyclists who are out on the longest hand cycling event, really just trying to break stereotypes and send out a bold message when it comes to making change happen.